Hi, Ariel Violet here. So, a few weeks ago, I moved into this new apartment, and so far it's been going pretty well. There hasn't been any notable disasters of any kind yet, so that's good. So, a few months ago, I decided I needed to quit the job I had and to move out of my parents' place. I appreciated the job I had and the experiences that came with it and the people I was working with, but working in the kind of job I was working in was unfulfilling for me. I kept on telling myself I'd find another job while I was working there, but it's hard to motivate yourself when you spend so much of your time and energy on a job you don't enjoy. And I think what I found really frustrating about the job I had was that I felt compelled to present an inauthentic version of myself. And that's tiring and demoralizing. And what's sad is that it's easier dealing with customers who clearly don't give a shit about you, who just want their bagel sandwich and their coffee and to give you their money and then to leave. Fine. But it's the people who are kind, the people who ask you how your day is going or ask you if you've found any theater opportunities you're going to pursue. And I don't blame them at all. They're just trying to be friendly, add some humanity into the cold capitalist transaction. But it's emotionally taxing to have to perform positivity when someone asks about your life. When in reality, your life is full of uncertainty and failures. You feel compelled to lie, and at first it's fine. But more and more, it sucks away at your soul, and eventually, I decided I couldn't wait to find a new job before I quit. I needed a change in my life. Maybe quitting my job would motivate me to pursue something more fulfilling. Well, it's been a few months. Finding an apartment took longer than I expected, but the two friends I'm living with and I managed to do it eventually. I don't have a new job yet, and a lot of the time I feel really stressed about that. I've been meaning to look for jobs almost every day, but unfortunately that's an item on my agenda I always seem to delay indefinitely. There's a lot of things I want to do, but I never seem to have enough time. I want to make videos, I want to write stories, I want to write and perform songs, I want to learn about politics and the many injustices and problems throughout the world and in my own country. And I try to educate myself. I try to read some news, listen to people who seem to have knowledge about these topics and have some ideas about how we might be able to work on fixing them. But honestly, the more I try to learn, the more I realize how ignorant about everything I really am. It's overwhelming sometimes. I feel like I need to do more than I do to have a positive impact on others. And I feel guilty that I don't. But I've been trying to prioritize taking care of myself for the last month or so, and I decided maybe if I'm feeling stressed about time and stressed about my failure to complete all the goals I want to complete, maybe if I try to implement some sort of daily routine, maybe I could feel like I actually have some control over my life and some control over my time. And I think it's helped. I'm still stressed, I'm still insecure, I'm still not as productive as I wish I was, but I do feel like I'm more productive and more at peace with myself on days when I follow at least some of my daily routine. I think one of the most important parts of my routine is that I try to start out every day with some sort of physical exercise for at least 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll go for a run or maybe a walk, but most of the time I'm not really feeling up to exercising outside, either due to the weather or just not wanting to be seen by other humans. So recently I've been trying yoga, and I've really been enjoying it. I don't go to a class because, first of all, that costs money. Second of all, that would kind of defeat the whole not wanting to be seen by other humans things. But fortunately, we live in the age of the internet, and fortunately, there's plenty of YouTubers giving away their yoga lessons for free online. Yay! But, I mean, the point is I knew I needed to add some sort of regular physical exercise to my daily routine because I feel lethargic and unmotivated if I don't. After I exercise, I meditate for 20 minutes and then write a reflection in which I record daily goals and things I'm thankful for in my life. For the record, I'm not very good at meditation. My mind is just too restless to be comfortable doing it. And I knew if I didn't try to time it in some way, then I'd probably just end up lying down for like 2 minutes and then get up thinking, yay, I must have meditated for like 30 minutes. Yay, hooray for Ariel. Anyways, at first I just tried to set a timer on my phone, but I'd always get antsy and think my timer must not be working or something because 20 minutes can't be this long. So I decided instead to create a playlist of calming music running approximately 20 minutes to play softly as I meditate. That way, whenever I get anxious about time, I can always know my method of timing myself is working as long as I hear the music. So I've been pretty good about completing that part of my routine. Some days I miss the exercise and the meditation, but I've been doing it most days since I started, although not quite as early in the day as I would like to. I have other things I try to do daily, like an hour of writing and time working on videos, time searching for work, time reading. I've been trying to read The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander, and it's a really interesting book so far. It's about mass incarceration as a function of institutionalized racism in the United States. But even though it's very interesting, it's taking me a lot longer to read than I wish it did, because reading takes time, and I don't always have the time to read. I don't ever accomplish everything I want to accomplish any day, but I try to forgive myself for that, because I know if I blame myself, that's not going to help me be more productive. I want to spend more time working on videos for this channel going forward. For a while now, I've wanted to make a video talking about healthcare in the United States, because I believe healthcare should be treated as a right, not a privilege. I refuse to accept the idea that people with less money or no money deserve basic healthcare any less than people with more money. And that's why I believe the United States should switch to a single-payer Medicare for all system. But while I believe that based on those simple moral principles that everyone deserves quality health care, not just the wealthy, I want to do a lot more research before I make a video about it, which I intend to do. But I also think I need to be braver. Take more risks, not be afraid to be wrong sometimes, as long as I acknowledge the limitations of my knowledge and express a willingness to evolve my opinions based on the feedback I receive from others. And I hope that some of you will be willing to participate in the conversations I try to engage in, so we can learn from each other. Thank you for watching. If you have any self-care rituals you implement into your daily life, or if you had way worse struggles than I have, which I'm sure many, if not most of you have, I would love to hear from you in the comments.